Okay. Let's go then, eh?
You want to just jump in, the dark horse?
Deep down, that's all we want. Just freedom.
You sucker. You better watch out, you fool.
I often think of my cousin.
She didn't have anyone.
She had us.
You're pretty beautiful.
Same.
We're going to get you back, Mata. I promise.
Kiriata no Aotearoa, ki whakaata Māori me Māori Plus.
Get the Māori Plus app. Download now on Google Play or the App Store with exclusive viewings and 100% ad-free.
Quite like top tier.
Watch us anywhere, anytime. Make Māori Plus your mate and stream now.
Dan Carter knew the power of winning.
Your instincts tell you the sky's different. The flip side of that was the intense pressure.
I'd go back to my hotel room and I'd be broken.
Dan Carter, a perfect 10, ki whakaata Māori me Māori Plus.
Whakatata mai, whakapiri mai koutou katoa. I runga I te aroha o te atua tēnei e mihi atu nei a tēnā koutou katoa. Nau mā hara mai, whakakotahi mai ki tēnei te kaupapa o te rā. Ko tēnei tētai o te whai tike mo nei, mo tēnei te whakataitai poiuka mōna ko tiro I raro I te tau te kaumaiwa mo tēnei tau. E rua mano, e rua takau marima no reira. Tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou katoa.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome wherever you happen to be in the world. It's a welcome to Surrey Park in Invercargill for the 2025 Girls Under-19 National Softball Championship. That's right, we're in day 4 of competition here at the tournament, which means that sometime in the next few hours the champion is going to be decided. We're bringing you Diamond 1 action from Surrey Park here in Invercargill with Canterbury in their red and black strip. Taking on Auckland, two powerhouses of softball here in New Zealand, going at each other. This is the decider game for third place, so don't go anywhere after this game at the conclusion because we'll have the grand final as well. I'm Gary Rohihi for Beyond the Dugout of Broadcasting. I'll be your play-by-play commentator. Joining me in colour will be Chris Telfer. Welcome along, Chris. Good to see you.
Morning, gents.
Yes, and we've got a beautiful day here today. The sultry tones you just heard introducing us in Te Reo. Nei tāna tāne. Welcome along.
Kia ora mai, Gary. Tēnā koe, tēnā kōrua.
Well, we'll just quickly give you a little bit of the background here. We've got Canterbury Auckland on Diamond 1 out there this time, and we'll quickly run through the Auckland batting lineup as we're about to get underway. Very quickly, Ava Prescott's going to lead the batting, number 13. Jessie Jackson will come in at number 2. Elise Harold Fussy at 3. Tiana Graham, Clover Alapaki, Ava Netzler, Corey Batts, followed by Ella Mafupoi. Rounding out the batting order for Auckland will be Anahia Martin. Well, an exciting game in prospect for here. The weather's played its part this morning. It's warm, it's a little overcast, Chris, but we're looking forward to an exciting game of softball.
Yeah, absolutely. After a marathon effort last night by both teams, they'll be ready to go and preparing themselves for this big match.
Yeah, to say the least, Chris. We were here at until 9:30 before the second grand finalist, or both grand finalists were decided last night. Those grand finalists to meet later on this morning will be Hutt Valley and Counties Manukau. Game in front of us, however, Canterbury V Auckland. An important one to decide third place in the tournament. Diamond 1, Chris, looking a picture today after some hard work by the grounds crew and yesterday morning's adverse weather.
Yeah, absolutely. They worked on it pretty hard, obviously, and yeah, it's looking like great conditions out there, actually.
Jade Croskery, it is, doing the pitching out there for Canterbury this morning. She's walked Ava Prescott, who gets to first base.
Ai tikara kōrua te pāno hoki o te chaimana. It's looking very different than it did yesterday, our pitch. Hārawi, te mahi kaha o ngā kaichaki o te whenua. Great work there from Russell and his team.
Number 5, it is Jessie Jackson going to work out there for Auckland, and she tries to drop the bunt. Takes the first strike. Auckland none out, one runner on one.
Hai rā, me mihi ki a rātou. Kei noho nei kei tua tāpere. Ko tahi haora te ro te haerenga ki a haere mai, ki a haere au tū. So the Auckland team have decided to go and stay in Tuatapere, which was over an hour's drive, which might not seem much for Auckland's, but it's a big trip for us in Waihopai.
What about best part of an hour down the road?
Bit over an hour from here, and in those stands.
Well, Chris, you got two powerhouses going head to head here. What do you expect out of these two teams?
Look, I really can't decide who's going to win this, but I think it's going to be a good game of softball, good tense game anyway, so who wants it the most, yeah.
Well, 4 days, we're in the 4th day of competition now. Game 42 on the calendar. So there's been a lot of softball here over the last 4 days. It's been a real credit to Southland Softball, who've organised and hosted the tournament. Absolutely fantastic venue they've laid on for us as we see the first strikeout of the day. As we see Jessie Jackson head to the dugout.
Ana pai tana mahi nanahi.
As the first out.
Ai te hot corner Mickey. So third base yesterday, but looks like she'll be coming in a different position, which we'll find out about shortly.
There we see the first hit. It flies out to centre field. That was number 27, at least, Harold Fussy, who becomes the second out here in the top of the first innings. She'll be replaced by number 8, Tiana Graham.
Yeah, it was nice contact, nice line drive, but unfortunately right down the mouth of centre field.
That one a little bit high for a ball. Number 8, Tiana Graham. They've made several changes from the team that played last night against Hutt Valley, have Auckland. So interesting to see how good their combinations hold up. It was a very tense game for about 4 or 5 innings before Hutt Valley hit the accelerator and really did gap them in that game and really confirmed their favouritism heading into the grand final.
Ai, tika tau kāre anō Hutt Valley ko Airiro. They have not yet lost a game in this tournament. So me mihi ka tiki ki a rātou, engari ka noho ki tāmai ki makaurau. Kia utonu, kia mata tūtonu, aha ko te aha. Nice to see Auckland with their heads up and ready for another game of exciting toiuka nei.
Yeah, one thing that has been a feature of the tournament is just how much the girls seem to be enjoying it. Enjoying being together, enjoying playing together. It's very good to see.
I wainga i ngā tīma anō hoki te whakahoahoa rātou hi a rātou. Not just within their team, but also with everybody from all of the different rohe.
Nice steal out there by Ava Prescott, now standing up at second base. Into bat number 8, Tiana Graham. Comes in the 4th spot. And there's a nice job out there by Jade Croskery. Strikes out Tiana Graham to end the top of the first innings. 3 down, no score. Just the very early stages of this ball game. We'll find out what happens when we come back in just a minute.
Tēnā koutou tamariki mā.
Ono mai ki tamariki hā.
Mai mai, ia.
Download Māori Plus. Download it, download it, download it. It's easy. It's free. Koriko! Whakawara. Tanuchu. Te Pāmakuana. Island of Mystery. Wungana. Tuhura. Ono mai ki tamariki hā. Download Māori Plus. Please, Mum.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, where we're heading into the bottom of the first innings, the very early stages of this 3rd and 4th playoff. Very intriguing battle to come over the next hour and a half. Auckland taking on Canterbury. We'll just quickly run you through the Canterbury batting lineup. Their lead-off hitter today, number 1, Shiloh Delatour. Caitlin Henderson comes in next, followed by Kaya Ratu. Mason Kurini, Iwikau. Look for those two in particular. Batting outstandingly in this tournament. Madison Parsons comes in for Madison Diehart, Amy Goodmanson, Jade Croskery, and rounding out their batting order is Emira O'Hara. Defensively for Auckland out there, we'll just quickly run you through that one as well. Out at right field, it's Anahia Martin. Centre field, Ella Mafu Pui. Corey Batts at left field. Shortstop, Tiana Graham in the hot corner, Ava Prescott. Out at second base, Ava Netzler. First bases, Clover Alapaki. Doing the pitching, Jessie Jackson to Elise Harold Fussy behind the dish, doing the catching.
Whapai, ko rere ki te whiu, te kai epa. O te tere hoke, Chikara.
First pitch, low and inside, called a strike.
Right.
My first view of Jessie Jackson doing the pitching out there for Auckland. Of course, through the last couple of days, we've seen quite a bit of Sian Masters, who was a real trooper for them over 2 days of softball. Did a lot of the pitching.
Nā, ko tōna pai, engari, ko te poi he tēnā. Just another ball on the inside load.
Jessie would be one of the younger members of the team as well, and so it's good to see her out there having a chance pitching.
Nā, ka pao te poro, ka nui te poi he. So just a big foul ball there again. Gosh, they're getting some big hits when they contact, aren't they, out there?
Yeah, the contact, they're swinging with power, and the contact is usually fairly hard. You know, the pitching is reasonably powerful as well, as you expect coming into an under-19 tournament. Pop flies this one. It's just going behind first base. There's 3 of them converging out there, and that's a nice job out there in right field by Anahia Martin. She overcalled the infielders, and as she should, she was rightly the one that should take that catch.
Ai tohu pai nā taringa o nā kaiwhai poro. Just nice to see good communication out there.
Caitlin Henderson into bat for Canterbury.
Te tōtai o nā ringa maui.
That's one of those ones out there, Chris, where all 3 could have converged and it could have landed in the middle. So communication key out there.
Yeah, absolutely. I've seen a few clashes that don't normally end up that well. So it was really good outfield play there, taking the lead and overcalling the infield.
Well, Canterbury throughout the tournament really did look like one of the teams to beat for a little while there. I mean, did well to get this deep into the tournament as well, of course, because there's a lot of good teams out there to play. Not quite able to get over Counties Manukau last night in that semi-final. We didn't get to see much of that. It was on one of the outside diamonds, but it was a extra innings game where I believe Counties Manukau put 8 runs on them in the 8th inning.
Oh, pai te tūtata.
Oh, there's a nice bunt. The throw has gone all the way out to the right field fence.
Ai ka te reo matakai o
And
ma.
it's been retrieved now as the runner comes in and stands up at 3, takes advantage of that error by Auckland. Dropped a really nice bunt there.
Aye.
Caitlin formerly used to bat right-handed as well, so she switched to left-handed to get the slapping and all that going. And
Yep.
just shows why with that classically.
Not only that, but she's obviously got a bit of speed around the diamond. She scorched around to third base once that overthrow went down the first base fence line there. Kaioratu, who after day 2 was batting 8-11, has come back, well, we'll call it normal, shall we? About 6:35 she's batting there. But you expect that to average out a little bit as you get into the pointy end of the tournament.
Yep, she's a class act. 2 brilliant softball appearances as well.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. Bit of a legendary family, the Ratus. I've seen Kaya for the last couple of years now, Chris, and she's really hammered that one into the sky.
Oh, kei tu o te tai apa.
All the way for an automatic home run. And that just underlines exactly what we've just said as she blitzed that one over the fence for a double shot.
Te hoki ki uta. Me te umere te tautoko rātou i rātou ka pai. Tēnā ka heke ki te wairua o taitahi, a me ki waitaha no tēnā pūrei.
Well, we were just talking about that, Chris, and there she goes. She underlines that supreme ability there. She just, that ball didn't look like going anywhere else but over the fence once it was hit.
Bat. Nice hit, straight up the middle, and yeah, class act. Score 2 runs.
Well, if anyone is matching that throughout the tournament, it's this next batter, number 15, Mason Karini Iwiko. She's come into bat and she is setting the diamonds alight with her batting so far.
Ka wharakarite ai ia, ko te apa nei he pēke whara piu anō, ka waiho ka pai.
She's recently moved her playing from Hutt Valley and this season is plying her trade in Canterbury for the PCU club.
Whakarere te kai apa.
But lives in Palmerston North, so it's quite a trip to get to Saturday softball for her.
Oh, te pāpai o ia, te taone a tāhua rā. Beautiful place, Palmerston North.
But if you think that's a long way, she's about to travel to the United States and take up her career in college softball. So we wish her very well.
Yep, absolutely.
Ana, takahia te ao kia ki te e teiwi. He uri mai o rātou ko wehe ki te pō. Ana, te uri whakaeke, ka tūtika te moko, tūranga te rai.
Seems to be a genuine pathway for our girls these days, Chris, heading away to college softball these days.
Yeah, it's a great opportunity, isn't it? And, further your career and come back and get back to New Zealand afterwards, yeah.
Tēnā he rautaki nā te kaiepa ki a oma, ki a hikoi rānei. Could be a bit of a strategy there to get the walk.
Yeah, well, I mean, you pitch around about it like that. You don't detect the zone because you know it's only going to end up in one place. Madison Parsons, it is up to bat for Canterbury, number 8, as that pitch goes all the way to the back net and allows Karini Iwiko to make her way to second base. Parsons comes in as the DP in this lineup.
Parsons, very good pitcher herself. It looks like she's got a bit of a hobble on, so just using her for a bat today, the looks of it.
4 days of competition, the body can take a bit of a beating. It's a long tournament. We saw Hutt Valley come into that or win that game last night to go to the grand final. That was their 4th game of the day yesterday. Sort of back-to-back double headers. A real marathon by them. This time it's a ball that goes into the dirt that allows Mason to head across to a third base.
Ai, ko tā hai pai. Mason ki a tai ki te pūrei toruna.
So Parsons will be looking to get an RBI in the book here now.
Te pai.
Nice pitch on the inside of the plate. Good comeback from Jesse Jackson.
Good Jesse.
Yeah, Jessie just looked like she was trying to overthrow those first 3 pitches, but looks like she's regrouped and going back at it now.
Better just to settle into your rhythm, isn't it? And rather than trying to overpower the ball.
Oh.
And there's a nice job on that pitch. Talking about overpowering, I think she just beat the batter with pace that time.
Yep. She's found her rhythm again now, so it's good with a 3-2 count, running on 3, 1 down.
Great situation for Canterbury here to advance the scoreboard, and this time we see a pop fly coming right down as the shortstop it is who's getting under it, takes the catch for the second out. Madison Parsons head back to the dugout. She'll be replaced by number 16, Madison Dysart.
Ki te te hikoi nā mā mai tonu nei. Te puna me ki.
Yep, definitely carrying an injury is Madison Parsons.
Well, tōna kaha, tōna mai ki te Breitoni. See, she's still sicking it in there and getting out there.
I suspect if she'd have got to 1, that would have been as far as she was going. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, on Diamond 2 currently is another playoff game being played out there between North Harbour and Manawatu. 2 of the teams that really have entertained us throughout this tournament. Manawatu in particular put in a good fight to not quite make it into the top 4. So, 2 teams that have been really entertaining throughout the tournament, North Harbour and Manawatu.
Ka pāmai te hari ko ā rātou I tēnei wā. You can tell they're having a good time. I can feel it from here.
Manawatu Association, an association that have rebuilt themselves in the last few years. Very healthy association there. Of course, they've got that beautiful facility that goes all the way back to the Under-19 World Series a few years ago.
Pau te poro.
There's a pop fly. It's put on the grass this time by the second base. Mason Karini Iwiko comes in to score another run. 3-0 it is now to Canterbury in this ball game. Second base out there for Auckland, putting that ball on the grass.
Oh no.
Yeah, that was a shame for Jessie. She would have really wanted to get out of the innings.
Yeah,
just 2
yeah.
runs.
But, as you said, she was just come back and was hitting her spots nicely, and there's a good start again. Amy Goodmanson it is for Canterbury coming into bat. Canterbury showing us already here in the first innings why they were such a serious threat to everybody throughout this tournament.
I te timatanga ko whakaoroa hau ko Waitahana kaitoa. I must say, from the way they started, I thought they would be in the finals.
It's amazing, Chris, 3 days of competition for them. It really came down to that 1 extra inning last night.
It did.
Yeah, it's how quickly, your whole tournament can turn like that.
Yeah, and I was watching it as well, and it was very tough conditions. But Counties hit the ball quite well in that tiebreaker.
Ko waiho pai te kai rākau I te rā epa. Well left, easy to see. Wise decisions in the batter's box.
Yeah, there's been plenty of discipline showed by many of the batters throughout the tournament. You haven't sort of been too critical on any of the batting as it's gone.
Te awa nei e pai nā Kaiako, obviously got some really good coaching going on to get them to this level.
It's a nice play by the shortstop out there. Fires it across the first base for the third out. Not before or Canterbury impact the scoreboard. They lead the ball game after one complete innings by 3-0 over Auckland. We'll find out what happens when we come back in just a minute.
Okay. Let's go then, eh?
You want a chess champion, the dark horse?
Deep down, that's all we want. Just freedom.
You sucker. You better watch out, you fool.
I often think of my cousin.
She didn't have anyone.
She had us.
You're pretty beautiful.
Same.
We're going to get you back, Mata. I promise.
Kiriata no Aotearoa, ki whakaata Māori me Māori Plus.
Feel those gaps.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. One complete innings here in this playoff game for third and fourth between Canterbury and Auckland. Here at the Under-19 Girls National Softball Tournament, Surrey Park in Invercargill.
Ai rā, ka tīmata ta huri pāo runga, the start of the second innings. Hei tika pai, Gary.
We've got Canterbury leading the ball game by 3-0. We'll just quickly run you through their defensive lineup, which is one of the lineups I haven't done yet. Out pitching for Canterbury, we'll start at the pitcher, Jade Croskery, Emira O'Hara at catcher. Out at first base is Amy Goodmanson. Shyla Delator at second. Mason Karini Iwiko at third. Kaya Ratu at shortstop. Madison Dysart left. Caitlin Henderson at centre. And Tiana Tafio at right field. Canterbury defensive lineup for you. There is one other team out there at the moment, and that is the team in blue. And behind the plate for you, umpiring, is Rochelle Watson. One of the local Southland umpires, and out at first base is Rochelle Aubrey.
Ko te mea pāano hoki, ai pāana ki tēnei kai wawao, a koe te tino kaitiaki o te whenua o tō tātou karapu anō hoki. Koe te hoa a Russell. So Rochelle is actually Russell's partner and very, very involved in the upkeep of the grounds and the club. She's a bit of a part of the fabric of Southland softball. Ki tokone kitenga.
Much as the Telfer family is.
Oh, oof. Ko te whānau Telfer, ko te puika, ko te puika, ko te whānau Telfer. Yep, kaore e kore.
We stumble around the show, yeah.
There we go. This time it's Croskery that walks number 19, Clover Alapaki. Heads to first base for Auckland. None down, so it's their opportunity now to answer what Canterbury did with the bat. Ava Netzler up to bat, number 22, second base for Auckland. Nice drop ball there by Croskery just to make that bunt difficult. Attempted bunt by Netzler. We talked about it yesterday, that, you know, the whānau aspect of our sport. It's a grassroots sport. And yeah, I mean, there are families and legacy families throughout the whole country, you know, who you know, have their whole focus in sport is softball, and I love it. Yeah, it's absolutely fantastic.
Yeah, it is. As you say, it's a great family game, isn't it?
Ko te piriwai mō te nunga o nā hāpori nei. It's a bit of glue for many communities. Whānau ki.
Well, you know, like most grassroots sports throughout the country, softball's faced its challenges. There's a lot of competition out there now for the kids' time and attention. And it's good to see so many people dedicated to keeping our sport up and running.
Aye.
Nice job by Croskery out there as she gets the first out, strikes out Netzler to bring Corey Batts, number 7 for Auckland, into bat.
Oh, Pai te whiu, nui te piu, engari kare kua pā te pōro ki te rākau. So, big pitch, big swing.
And after walking the initial batter, Croskery had just settled into a rhythm as well.
Later.
Clover there, who got walked, pretty handy batter as well, so so there would have been pitching around her as well.
Pitching around her, yep. Keep it out of the middle of the zone.
Tēnā ka whakatoa, JD, te piu ana batters, just really getting them swinging at them. Is Jesse, as Jade aroha mai.
Gets that one on the end of the barrel, fouls it down the third base line.
Nā. Te re āhua nei kua māmai te ringa. One of those ones that jarred the hands, I think. Te kotona kāki to hoki.
We're not enjoying quite 30-degree temperatures to keep the hands and feet warm there today.
Oh, he rangi pai tēnei nā.
It's a balmy, I'd say about 13 or 14 degrees, so it's not bad. I think it doesn't matter what region you go to, we have all played softball in worse conditions than what we're experiencing right now.
Yep, that's just part of the game, isn't it?
Yep.
Just got to adapt.
Te awa kōriki engari, e hara I te tino makariri, kaori te hau I te pupuhi. So it's nice to have wind down, a little bit demure, but it's not cold.
Really have enjoyed our time here broadcasting in Southland. The hospitality's been fantastic, very friendly people. They put on a very good tournament. There's a nice job by Croskery to strike out Corey Bats as well.
Ai te katau, a kua whaitana manawa. Ki te piu pai, ki te epa pai. She does seem to have found her rhythm.
Number 25, Ala Mafu Poi, comes into bat for Auckland.
Te poi tika, strike one.
Clover still on first base. They haven't looked to steal her.
Yeah, that's an interesting one. You thought they'd have looked to move her. Well, she'll go now as we see the ball go past the catcher.
Tai ngā wari ki te purei rua.
Auckland coach in the last couple of days, he's been quite active in getting his batters to steal and putting pressure on the field. So, yeah, unusual to have had her stand on one so long.
I think Clover drilled one at him yesterday, didn't he?
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah.
He might not be maybe looking at her too much.
You sort of half expect to come out and see the coach come out with a mask and a glove on his hand just in case. But yeah, he got...
Ke ona pūkoro nā ringa. Looking after his hands today.
Yeah, he got in the way of a humdinger yesterday.
Oh, yeah.
Three balls, one strike. Number 25 it is, Ala Mafu Poi. Doing a good job against the pitcher here. And a nice comeback by Croskery. Must have been on the outside of the plate because it's adjudged to be a ball. She heads down to first base. The walk, and that'll come to the bottom of the order, number 31, Anahia Martin.
Haumarina kaiama I te tahi me te rua.
Auckland looking for a two-out rally here. Runners at 1 and 2 is a good opportunity for them to move some runners around base, possibly get some impact on the scoreboard.
Yeah, Jade's just lost the rhythm a wee bit, but she'll try to get it back here.
Nā tika tā, hey Chris. That's
Good
exactly
call,
what
Chris.
she did.
Yeah.
Dull him in.
Nice strike.
Pai ki te kite I nā whānau e piri mai ki te tautoko ki te hāpai. Awesome to see the whānau here.
This time it's a pass ball that moves the runners from now standing at 2 and 3. Yeah, there's a good sprinkling of people around the diamond today. I'm sure it's going to grow as we get towards the grand final, which is scheduled to kick off at 11 o'clock. And is looking like being a real showpiece to round out what's been a fantastic tournament.
Kia ora, Gary. Kone te aho o te rangi nei. Ka piri mai, ka tata mai, koutou mā kei te kāinga. Me utonu mai, kawe tāwhiti atu. Kei konei, te painga o te rā. It's all on here, gentlemen and ladies.
Nice work by Croskery. She really did have the bases covered on that one. She walked 2 batters, but she struck 3 of them out. So nice work to come back in that one. No score for Auckland. It's Canterbury that lead the ball game by 3-0. We'll be back in just a minute to see with more action.
I te ana koe mō tātai wa haerenga.
Learn pūrākau. Explore te taiao.
Hai mai.
Tūhura ki whakaata Māori me Māori Plus.
We're going to have Māori getting ownership rights recognised in the Taku Tai Moana.
So they created legislation, foreshore and CBD.
How can you allow this to happen in the 21st century?
What it is the same old faces, the Ken Mears, the Harawira families, the haters and wreckers.
It's about time we started looking to a new future.
What you can do in 50,000 turn up.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We've had 1 innings complete, and we've had a half of the second innings complete. We head to the bottom of the second innings now with Canterbury leading the ball game by 3-0 over Auckland here in the 3rd and 4th playoff. Early stanzas of the ball game, it's Canterbury that have set the tone with the bat, with Kaioratu launching one over the centre field fence to really get things going. She scored 2 runs with that hit. Canterbury got another run, leading the ball game by 3-0 over Auckland.
Ai, kei te huri pāo rāro nei, ko oki a waitaha, ki te taha patuporo, me kitia kena ka whai anō hoki rātou i nā runs me ki. Kia rere kei tū atu i a tāmaki i tēnei o nā wā. An opportunity to see if they can pull away even further from Tamaki as they back into bat.
Number 3, the pitcher, Jade Croskery, up to bat for Canterbury. She'll be followed in the on-deck circle by number 12, Emira O'Hara.
Okay, raro rā. Ngare pai te whiu.
Just an update from Diamond 2, bottom of the first innings. North Harbour's up 2-1 over Manawatu.
All the signs of a tight game over there, 2-1. Nice. Well, we've got the grand final coming up in a little while. Chris, there's usually a couple of ways those go. They're either an arm wrestle or somebody blinks and makes an error and the other team always fully capable of jumping on top of them, and it can be over quickly. So, you know, you never know what's going to happen.
Yeah, both teams had a late night last night.
Yeah.
And, I think up earlier at the Diamond at 8 o'clock last night and left it maybe 9:30 at night. So went home for 50 minutes or something in between. So, yeah, it's going to be who wakes up fresh this morning. And yeah, she's going to be a humdinger of a final.
Oh. Ko rere ki te Aotearoa e pa. Bit of a wild one there for...
Yeah, my first look at Jessie Jackson. She seems to have good command of her movement. Occasionally can lose it for 2 or 3 pitches, but gets it back pretty quickly. And pitches with good power.
Ana koe nā.
Nice work as she
ko hoki pai ai ane.
Strike in there.
Ai.
Pitcher on pitcher battle. And she starts the second innings for them off with walking. Croskery does a good job. heads down to first base to be replaced by Amira O'Hara. Interesting time, Auckland, with Canterbury coming into the bottom of their order. I would think you would need at least one, maybe two out before you get into the top of that order.
Yeah, they'll be definitely trying to get in out before they get back into the meat of the order here. So,
if you look at the top of that order, it produced, shall we say, to the tune of 3 runs with Henderson, Ratu and Iwiko all crossing home plate.
Katasi noa, Mirai whai te tuki, just looking for a wee bunt there. See if she's switching up this time. Oh, whai anō ia.
Nice job by O'Hara here. Keeping the pitcher guessing. Runner has moved across to second. Good pitch.
Aye.
Just a little bit quieter at the moment. Looking for a swing of the bat just to liven things up a little bit.
On up.
Yeah, Jessie's just got to regroup. She's probably throwing too many balls at the start. She's got to get in the strikes early. Falling behind in the count.
Tēnā ka whiri te kai hoa wao, kei raro, kei roto hoki.
You got O'Hara just jumping into the front of the box here as she shapes to bunt her. I just wonder if it's putting Jessie off a little bit. Good tactics then, if it is.
Yeah.
And there you go, she's done a great job there. She's earned herself a walk. And now it's Canterbury looking very dangerous as they go to the top of their order. Delatorre is up to bat with runners at 1 and 2. Both of them on walks. Big pressure now on young Jessie Jackson. See how she responds with this one.
Yeah, Delatorre's a bit of a speedster as well, so I wouldn't be surprised if maybe a bunt might be coming to move these runners to scoring position.
Shape to hit.
Ko ki wawe na kai oma, ki nā purei, tahi me te rua. Tū hau marura I tēnei ona wā. Ka tima te kai e pā, ki te whakareri tāna whiu. Just Jackson getting ready to pitch.
Oh, this time looked to come out of out to the front of the box. Got the signal from the coach. Let's see how good Chris's crystal ball is here. Here's back for the pitch. Comes in low. Just lost her rhythm a little bit. Jackson needs to get things back.
Ai rā, kia kahara e te koine. Kia whaitau a putāno ki. See if we can find those gaps again. Get those bats.
Henderson, Ratu, Iwiko and Parsons' shape has been extremely dangerous if she loads the bases up here. And there's a nice comeback.
Fine. Ko te awa nei, he pai a tamaki makaurau ki te whakahiki ki rātou I a rātou. Ko te awa e ahua ngū rātou I tēnei o nā wā. A little bit quiet out there tamaki makaurau.
Both dugouts.
Hey.
There we go, and there's the one they really didn't need to do, and that is walk the batter that loads the bases up. It'll be Caitlin Henderson up to bat.
Catcher's just called time to go out, talk to Jessie, just to regroup, make her relax, try to get in early with these strikes.
Yeah, just a little bit of maybe just let her know that bring it into the zone, you know, trust your field a little bit more. If the ball does hit the bat, good batting you can't do much about in any situation.
Yep. It's like the outfield squeezed up a wee bit as well, infield playing in, so they want to have pride in their play, protect it here.
Nā, hia he wā hira tēnei mō tāmaki makaurau, mō Waitaha hoki. Nā, ko te pūrei kape, loaded bases, I tika.
Well, the way she's been pitching to them, the Canterbury batters can be very selective about what they go for. Just wait for their pitch, basically.
Aye.
This time we see a swing foul back for a strike.
It's a good start by Jessie. 2 strikes here. She can play around a wee bit.
Yeah, it's what you talked about earlier, just needing to get the strikes in early. And to be fair, that's what most pitchers do look for.
Ka pao te poro anō ki te rohi he. Another foul ball.
All of a sudden you've got a good battle on your hand between the batter and pitcher. She fends that one off. Still 2 strikes, no balls. If you'd have talked to both teams yesterday, neither team would have wanted to play this game. To be fair, both teams would have had their eye on the grand final. But hey, they are here now and they're going to give it their all.
Yeah, it's sort of a tough game to get up for, isn't it? 3-4, no one wants to be playing that. But there's also a lot of teams that would want to be playing it, so you've got to respect the game as well, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, you've got to go out there and put your best foot forward and show your class.
Well, and as well, it's Canterbury versus Auckland.
Yes.
How many sports do you visit and see Canterbury play in Auckland, and you know there's spice in it?
Te whakahihi mai a rohe, mai a motsu anō hoki ne. A bit of a South Island, North Island thing, let's get there. Tia kahara te waipaunami nei.
This time it's Henderson that's doing a good job just to keep herself in the batter's box. Give herself an opportunity every time she swings the bat and makes contact.
Yeah, it's a real good battle here. I see Jessie looking over to the on-deck batter as well.
Yeah, it's probably a little bit of a mistake. We know who the on-deck batter is. It's Kaya. Looking menacing.
Oh, pai engari ki te rohi he. Lovely hit, just
turns on that one a little bit too early. As Henderson shows us that she's not just about speed and putting the ball on the deck. She's hit that one all the way out to the outfield fence.
Pūrei kape tonu tā waitaha. Still loaded bases. Oh, pai tēnei. This is good.
Well, it's the situation in the innings, of course, there's none out. So it's all on Auckland to try and get themselves an out without impacting the scoreboard too badly. This one's heading towards us.
No. Te haumaritanga o te tuanui kei te pai mātou. Nice to have that roof up there, our new whare.
Yeah, Auckland are looking for a spark here, aren't they? Just to try to get a double play here or something, just to boost the team.
Boost the team, boost the confidence of Jessie. If she does get a strikeout here, she's worked very hard for it. So whoever's there wins the battle here. Both players done very well. See, this time it's gone low.
Ai, ko waiho pai.
Just beats the catcher for a second.
Ai, left it well. Which is te hingo ana hoki mo Invercargill nei. Happens to be the name for Invercargill. Te waiho pai. Leave it good. Tētai ona whakamarama. One of the explanations for the name for Invercargill. Waiho pai.
Oh. This time it's hard out to centre field. It's found the grass there. It's going to score 1 run.
Yeah, and me patu pai hoki ne.
And we talked about the battle there. It's Henderson that came out on top. She did a fantastic job in that batter's box to hang in.
Ai rā, ko whaihua ia. Ki te pāo pai te poro, ki te matu ki te tai, ka hoki tētahi ki te papakainga. Getting her teammate home nice and safe. Anō hoki, nā pūrei kape, and still loaded bases.
Number 2, Kaya Ratu, into bat. We know what she did the last time she was in the box. Launched one over the centre field fence. Situation hasn't changed for Auckland. Scoreboard has changed, but the situation hasn't changed. They need an out, and they need some quickly.
Aira, ka te taimahi irongi o rātou pakaiwi I tēnau na wā. Te kai whaiporo, ko te āhua roro ātsu, kei waho rā ki tā Tamaki Makaurau. They just spend a little bit more time out there in the field than Auckland. Just got to be a bit of a weight on their shoulders.
Yeah, well, it becomes a long innings. When you're out on the diamond for this long, while Canterbury are doing so well with the bat.
As you were saying there before, Gary, as well, it's Auckland looking a bit flat out there. There should be a bit of spark, bit of bounce getting behind Jesse. Just they look a wee bit flat, and this is when you really got to get behind your pitcher and tell you've got it back.
Get that dugout up off their feet and get them to make some noise on that fence.
Aye. Aye. Oh,
this time it's hard hit by Ratu right down the third base line, all the way out to left field. It's taken, it's scored one, it's scored two, and Ratu has got herself 2 more RBIs in the ball game, and continues just an awesome batting display by her in this whole tournament.
Pai tēnā.
Yeah, that's just pure power down the third base line. Wee bit of a thumb ball, left outfielder, but yeah, so let's leave runners 2 and 3.
What a great display we're seeing out there, and probably throughout the tournament by Kaya Ratu. Unfortunately, the pain doesn't get any better for Auckland as we see Jessie, who showed glimpses of being very good out there. I'm sure the experience, she'll chalk that up to experience, that 2 innings of work that she did. But she's going to get replaced out there as we see the Auckland coaches come out for a conference with his athletes. So we'll just take a quick break, brought to you by Beyond the Dugout Broadcasting while this picture change. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We just took a break there while Auckland effected that pitching change. It's going to be a direct positional swap for them. Ella Mafu-Poi comes in from centre field to do the pitching for Jessie Jackson, who replaces her out at centre field. So the Auckland coach has seen the writing on the wall now. It's now 6-0. The game's in danger of being a short one, so he's made the change on the mound.
Tēnā koutou te mauri Ella Akuni, pai tōna mene mai, ka pā mai te mauri o te hikaka I runga I aia I tēnei o nā wā. She came in looking very excited. We'll see if she can settle down. Ka pai.
Nice pitch for a strike there. Let's not forget it's still a very dangerous situation for Auckland. You've got Mason Kurini Iwiko, who is pretty much leading all the stats in batting at the tournament at the moment, with RBIs and her run average. She's also leading the pitching stats, so She's been a little bit of a star in this tournament, and you've got runners at 2 and 3 for Canterbury.
Oh,
this time he's hit one through the 5-6 hole. And that's going to score the batter immediately, and another RBI in the tournament for Mason. And Canterbury just putting on a clinic here with the bat now.
Ai, te rita mau te kai takarahi, mai wira, me te hokinaki te chaimana, engari, nā te tino tere ona kai oma ko hoki anō ki te papakainga. Nō reira, hea te taunga I tēnei wā. What's the score now we're looking at, Gary?
7-0. 7-0 to Canterbury in this one.
Just an update on Diamond 2. 2 innings complete and North Harbour up 3-1.
2 games in stark contrast to each other at the moment, with Manawatu and Harbour looking like they're going to put in a bit of a battle. At the moment, it is Canterbury who are making no race of this ball game. We're only in the second innings. Let's not forget it's been going for a while.
Pawano.
See a fly out to left field. It finds the grass. Unlucky for Auckland as the outfielder out there is unable to catch it.
Nā, ka taka Jessie Toporo, engari ko te tumana ko ka hiki tona wairua. Let's hope she can.
You see it on the replay, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, Jessie would want that one back, or to forget about that one in a hurry. Sent out at centre field there. She's just come off the pitches, man, and straight away asked to go to work like that.
I'm a bit disappointed in that one.
Aye. Oh, whakatō te piu nui. Me te māmai tono o tono waiwaira. Still looks like she's nursing that leg.
It's number 16, Madison Dysart, up to bat, and once again, though, let's not forget, Canterbury still do not have an out in this ball game. They've hit one to shortstop this time. She picks up, recovers it, and again, it's found the grass with the throw, and again, it's Canterbury that bring in a runner.
Nā hapa tētahi tīma ka hinga, te ahua nei. It's mistakes that make a huge difference in this game.
Number 7, Amy Goodmanson up to bat.
Pai te whiu.
Watches the strike go past.
Yeah, Auckland have just really got to tidy things up in the field here.
Yeah.
Help themselves out.
Yeah, most of what we're seeing is very un-Auckland-like in terms of their execution out there. There's a nice hit this time, and there's not much you can do about that.
Aye.
And that brings in the 10th run for Canterbury now. With her limping out there, Madison, if you can call that a run. But she had plenty of time to get through. She's not in too much discomfort out there.
Te tai anō hoki. What's happening to Canterbury? Wow. Well, tēnā, mena ko tātou he preani na kimu e whā I te rangi ko tahi. We'd be doing more than limping if we played 4 games in a day, I'm sure. Probably not you because you look fit and able. Yeah, probably too much because you're experienced, but I know I'd be in the ice bath by now.
I know. I'd be lucky to do 4 innings these days.
There'll be a few wheelchairs out there.
Jade Croskery comes to bat, and that completes the batting order for Canterbury.
Still no outs here, and
still no outs.
Canterbury just stringing 2 hits together.
Yeah, it's a little bit tough. You know, I mean, Canterbury are putting on a clinic out there with the bat now, but we have seen Auckland make a couple of errors that should have seen them have at least 2 out by now. So they just need to pick up their heads, and just do the basics, basically.
Kia hari koa rātou I rātou anō. Nā te mea, ka prei te poiuka, hea hake tu atu, I te hahau o te poro, I te whio o te poro. I think it's a nice time for Auckland to remember, they can be happy. They're playing softball. He rangi pai, kei waiho pai.
Yep, they're a long way away from parents. They're in a group of girls that are all friends, and they've played a lot of softball over the last 4 days. They've got every reason to be happy.
Aye.
Other than the actual result of the tournament. This time it's hit. It's into that 5-6 hole. Nice recovery by the shortstop this time, and they execute that out very well.
That's the sort of play we want to see. Nice backhand.
Yeah.
53rd base there.
She showed good range there to get across.
Yep.
That was Jaya Barnes out there doing the pinch running.
He kai pai mo te tima o Tāmaki. It's just the feed they need. A little bit of positivity.
Number 12, Emira O'Hara, comes in to be the 11th batter for Canterbury.
O tata tone tērā ki te poitika.
Runners at 1 and 2, 1 down. I think it was the lead runner, so...
Tēnā. Ai, te poitika. I kite au i te ngaro haere o te mene a Ella, ko te tūmana kokohu ki tērā. A tāua, he mea hiki te tima. Ia mātou e mātakitaki tonu ana. Just interesting to see that smile faded a little bit from Ella. It'd be nice to see that turn up again.
Yeah.
It's encouraging. Just keep that positivity going, Tāmaki.
The Canterbury runners advance now to 2 and 3. Get back into scoring mode for Canterbury as this one goes into the dirt. And that's going to load the bases.
Ooh, te pūrei kapi anō, te hikoi, ki te papatahi. Ko te pūrei kape, loaded bases.
Did we miss an out? A run there? Just wondering. Doesn't equal on my sheet. Shiloh Della Torre, they're back at the top of the order. Everybody into their second turn of bat in the second innings. It's been hard to keep up with the amount of runners that have crossed the plate. It could be 10, it could be 11.
Tēnā nāna kaikau te e whakatiki I tētai I nā kāpa nai tātou.
There's a nice pitch by Mafu Poi, come in to replace Jesse Jackson in the ball game. It has continued to be business as usual for Canterbury, however.
Oh, ka piu nui.
Nice job on that drop ball.
That Arco really got a swing in it.
2 balls, 2 strikes. This one hit hard out to centre field.
Go for the, and oh.
Taken, but can't take the out at 1. It's overthrown. 2 more runs scored. We're going to go with 12. I'm beginning to lose track on my scoreboard here. Still only 1 out.
I got the out at 2 there, actually, just on the base.
Oh, yeah. So the out at 2.
Yep. It's a nice pick up.
So 2 down now.
Nice play, just went for the double. Just
that's a wee bit hikaka, just a wee bit excited. Tērā te few mo te double play now.
And then to compound things for us with the amount of batters that have been in the box, Canterbury's going to bring in a Caitlin Hardy, number 11, to bat as a pinch hitter. An unusual sight out there in this innings. There's only 1 runner on base out at second. We make it 12-0 currently.
Tēnā, ka whai wā te kai wawao. Ki te kōrero kina kai kaute. Just our umpire catching up with our scores.
Yeah, I don't want to be unkind to Auckland, but Canterbury score 3 more runs. It's going to go into a 3 for the ball game situation.
Yeah, that's...
you don't like to say it in this situation, but it is 15 and 3 for the run-ahead rule to come into effect.
Should be a bit disappointing from Auckland's point of view anyway.
Yeah.
Ko te oma ki mua they run ahead. Hei ingoa tāhito mo tēnā ne matusua. There's an old word for that.
The mercy rule, yeah.
It used to be called the mercy rule. No reira.
Sounds a bit brutal, I think they changed it.
Ko te oma ki mua ne. It's got a nice positive sound to it. Nā reira kia kaha ki te kaepa mo tāma ki makaurau, Ella. O te awa pai o tēnā, ai rā, ka whiriwhiri te kai wā, e poitika. Good strike.
So Caitlin Hardy comes in for Caitlin Henderson, do I make it on the sheet, who has been limping around the diamond after hitting the ball. So, there's a wise precaution just not to risk her any further injury.
Ooh, ka whakatō.
This time the throw is able to be effective, and now the pain is finally over.
Ai, ka miti te huri pāo raro. Ana.
As they make their way back to the dugout, it's Canterbury that enjoy a lead in this ball game now by 12 runs to 0 over Auckland. We'll be back in just a minute.
I te ana koe mō tātai wa haere ka.
Learn pūrākau. Explore te taiao.
Hai mai.
Tūhura ki whakaata Māori me Māori Plus.
Well, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, where the easy description is that Canterbury are runaway leaders in this ball game. We're now in the third innings. They're enjoying a lead of 11-0 over Canterbury. And Canterbury really did put the hurt on them in that second innings big time.
Ai, ka tīmata pēnei anō hoki. Mo tētahi puitika, mai I te kaepa, straight into it with a strike one.
And it's Jade Croskery going to work now on the Auckland batters. Back to the top of their order it is. It's Ava Prescott. And if 11 runs to 0, it's an extremely steep hill to climb for Auckland if they are to impact this ball game in any way.
Ko haere tāwhi te mai, a tāma ki makauru ki waihopai nei, nā reira, me kaha te tū, me mahi te mahi, me ūtonu, mata tūtonu. It's a big journey from all the way from Auckland to Invercargill, so while you're here, kia kaha koutou rā, let's do the job, do the best you can. Pai te waiho.
Sure they have enjoyed the hospitality out at Tuatapere?
Tuatapere, e wāhi a tāua. Don't tell anyone, but it's a beautiful, beautiful place. Oops.
Yep. I've been there.
I know.
And Canterbury, who could be forgiven for having to warm up all over again after being in the dugout for so long in that last at-bat.
Three-two count on Ava.
Oh, she's hit the ball nicely.
Oh.
This time it's in the 5-6 hole. It goes all the way out to left field. And Ava Prescott goes to show that there's still a bit of fight in her.
Ia ka pai, ko whai te aputa pai nei, just found a nice wee gap. Ko rere atu. Ki te pai tahi, kai rere a tū haumaru ana.
She's going to be replaced by number 5, Jessie Jackson.
Just an update on Diamond 2 in the bottom of the third, and we've got a lead change. Mano 2 up 4-3 over North Melbourne.
Nice job. Yeah, that's a stark contrast on that Diamond in that game. Just basically motivationally, I suppose, Chris, you know, in terms of what they want in the game. You know, you've got teams that want to come in, you know, get involved in a real tussle. This is definitely what we're seeing here in Auckland Canterbury. Not a traditional game from them whatsoever at the moment.
Yeah, there's a lot more noise coming from Diamond 2. Looks like the benches and everyone's into it, yeah.
Pāmaita hari ko rata. I think they're really enjoying the softball. You can feel their aroha monda, the love of the game. And pai mā Jesse, ko whai te hikoi ki te papatahi.
Jesse Jackson heads down to first base on the walk. No outs. It's Auckland that have runners at 1 and 2. And that prompts the Canterbury coach to come out and have a quick chat with his athletes.
Kore makarona te kai wawa, te kai ako mo Waitaha, aha ko te taunga. Ka patu tonu atu ki te horere ki a Tamaki Makaurau. He really doesn't want to give them any room.
No, and I mean, the motivation is out there is about maintaining their standards and making sure things don't slip.
Aye.
Yeah, Canterbury definitely got the foot on the throat, and they sort of want to keep it there, not give them an inch, do they? But this is what Auckland needs to do, though. None down, runners 1 and 2, and they're in the clean-up spot in their batting order. So.
Yeah, number 27, Elise Harold Farsi comes in. Runners at 1 and 2, as you say. It's their opportunity to just show us a little bit of what they're made of.
Aye. Ke wahora te rā epa. Just a little outside there. Te pāno ke te papa I tēnei rangi. Just a reminder about the wonderful condition of our pitch, considering the state of it yesterday. So mihi ki nā kaitiaki.
After the second day of play, ladies and gentlemen, Invercargill will experience some West Coast-like rain. And it totally ruined things on the diamonds early on the second day. As you see, a nice hit. And this time it is Auckland who have come back with a run of their own. After a very nice hit up to left field by Elise Harold Farsi. Nice work as Auckland put in a run of their own against Canterbury.
Aye. Tēnā ka hiki ki te wairu o te tima, just to help them out, get a little bit of that positivity.
Number 8, Tiana Graham, comes up to bat, and it's Auckland who have runners at 1 and 2 still, with none out in the ball game.
Yeah, it was a nice power hit down between short and third base.
A nice hit here, a nice swing of the bat, and things change again. One at a time is what you do in this situation, one at a time. There's a nice drop ball. Gets into the dirt, gets the batter swinging.
Ana, ko Clover tēnā. E rua nā puitika.
Clover Alapaki, very powerful batter. Jade Croskery's doing a good job on her at the moment. 2 early strikes, and there's a hard hit at third base. You can't handle it. It's going to score the runner.
Ka pai Tamaki.
And Auckland again, as we just talked about, one at a time.
Nana.
Still none out. They've scored 2 runs now. It's Ava Netzler up to bat. They back into single-figure deficit.
Yeah, Clover done well there. 2 strikes on her and just shorted up a wee bit and punched a hard one down through. Yeah.
All the noise coming out of the Diamond 2 at the moment. There's a lot of noise coming from that side of the park.
Ana he wau mo te tima o Tamaki Makaurau ki te tāko tāhuri atu ki te mata ke taki a rātou ke. Just said some of the players actually attention drawn from their own game as they're checking out what's going on next door.
Manua 2 with their tails up on that diamond by the look of it.
Ka pai.
Number 22 it is. It's Ava Netzler up to bat. Auckland with loaded bases. Anything can happen with the swing of the bat here. And it's a nice strike by Croskery.
Ai, ko whakatō te piu nui. Mai Elise. She took a stab at that one.
There we go. That one sails through the middle of the zone for a strike. And that strikes out Netzler for the first out of the inning. That'll bring back to number 7, Corey Batts. Nice job to come back in that one by Croskery. She's walked 2 batters. She's seen 2 runners go across the plate and has earned herself a strikeout.
And now it's Canterbury's turn, really, isn't it? Loaded bases.
Yeah.
Because you've got one down there, but just to be that spark here again. Nice double play, will get them out of it here.
Well, Auckland had their opportunities in the field in that inning. See one go straight to shortstop. She can't handle it, but she did stop it.
Pai anō hoki ki a tāmaki, tētai hoki ki te papakainga, nā tētai hapa iti nei, te tū tata. Just a wee fummel of the ball by our shortstop.
And it's Auckland who continue a little bit of a fight back here.
Aye, ka pai.
It's like a pitching change coming up too, with the coach coming out again.
Tai ki te pūrei kape anō hoki, and loaded bases still, tāmaki. Hoki
So
mai, hoki
Croskery
mai.
heads to the dugout. This pitching change will be brought to you by Beyond the Dugout Broadcasting as we'll go to a break.
Okay. It's go then, eh?
You want a chess champion, the dark horse.
Deep down, that's all we want. Just freedom.
You sucker. You better watch out, you fool.
Often think of my cousin.
She didn't have anyone.
She had us.
You're pretty beautiful.
Same.
We're going to get you back, Mata. I promise.
Kiriata no Aotearoa, ki whakaata Māori me Māori Plus.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, and we've just been in that pitching change as Canterbury have gone through. Jade Croskery comes off and makes way for Caitlin Henderson. Caitlin, who has been limping around the diamond so far. Be interesting to see how she goes, Chris.
Yeah, I think that's Madison Parsons out there.
Oh, sorry, Madison.
Yeah, yep.
My mistake.
But she gets in nice and early anyway.
Aye.
Madison, who has been limping around, my bad.
Ko te māmai o tōna waiwai, ngā wari nā tana epa. Despite the injury, she seems to be pitching well.
Yeah, possibly would have been the starting pitcher out there had she been fully fit anyway.
O me mihi ki a Jade, e pai tana mahi.
For Auckland, it's number 25, Ala Mafu Apoi, who comes in to continue their batting form in this innings, which has been very good. They've scored 3 runs. They've reduced what has been a huge deficit and continues to be a large deficit, 11 runs to 3.
Ai, ko te tahi patunui, mā ka hurihia te kēmu. Just a good play from Tāmaki, can turn this around a bit.
The soccer going on out there.
Yeah. The Auckland fielder looking for someone to throw it to.
Two count.
Yep, there we go. Now Madison Parsons comes into, has come into pitch. 2-2 it is. She pitches with power. She is clearly injured. This one's been hit. It goes up the middle. It's shortstop who grabs this one. Takes the out of 2. And that's a nice work, but not before another run scores. We talked about one at a time. 4 is now beginning to take a big bite out of that lead.
Ai, ko ki pai a Tiana. Te ano ki te kaute.
Still a long way to go. Ana here, Martin up to bats, number 31 for Auckland. As we see a runner come in to first base on the 2-out rule for pitches and catches.
Tētai ona kaioma kei te pūrei tahi, tētahi kei te pūrei toru. Whiua te kai pai te poro, ana. Oh, ngā wari te tāhai. Easy steal for Tāmaki Makaurau there.
No reaction from Canterbury.
Ai, he kore paku aha maratou. They don't really seem too perturbed. Ana. Ka whiua te puitika.
Number 31 it is at the bottom of their order, and this is a similar situation to before where Canterbury won't want them to go to the top, where we had 4 runs scored as production from the Auckland top order. So they'll be looking for an out here.
Madison will be looking to use her team here, just nice ground ball, given out.
And there it is. Oh.
Can't make the throw. There's a throw at home. And she's got her on the tag.
No.
And the runner will want to have that back because she should have removed a little bit of doubt there by sliding. 3 down it is, however, and that ends that inning for Auckland. 4 runs they scored. They did a great job. We'll be back in just a minute to see how Canterbury reply.
We're going to have Māori getting ownership rights recognised in the takutai moana.
So they created legislation, foreshore and seabed act.
How can you allow this to happen in the 21st century?
What it is the same old faces, the Ken Mears, the Harawira families, the haters and wreckers.
It's about time we started looking to a new future.
What he can do in 50,000 turn up.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We've got Canterbury's at bat. We're only, believe it or not, in the bottom of the 3rd innings. It's been a long old ball game to date so far, as there's been so much batting done by particularly Canterbury, but then also in that top of that 3rd innings by Auckland, as they managed to reply with 4 runs of their own. 5 runs of their own, sorry. It is Auckland that trail in this ball game by 11 runs to 5, and it's funny, we were talking about run ahead rule possibly being in effect. Well, now that's gone back out the door.
Aye.
Back to game on,
Yeah, absolutely. I think one of the keys to that, of course, Chris, is a good inning here.
Ngā wari te raipa minanga. It's a bit of a change.
And by
up
that
there
I
for
mean
Mella.
a good defensive inning.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. Try win this innings. Just a
Te
little
pao
bold.
kia mau. Ooh. Tatara mo te kai hopu. Opportunity for the catch here there.
No change in the score over in Diamond 2, but Harbour got runners in 2 and 3 in scoring position. So Manawatu still remain in the lead.
Both teams in the fight over on Diamond 2.
Pai ki te kite te mene e hoke mai ki a Ella. Good to see that smile back. Let's hope
Canterbury aboard in a pinch hitter here, and she just hit it into the 5-6 hole. It can't be taken out there by the shortstop, and that was number 10, Jessica Haldane, being called to come in and do a job, and she's absolutely done it as the lead-off hitter for Canterbury here in the bottom of the third innings. She's going to be replaced by number 15, Mason Karini Iwiko, who helped herself to an RBI single in the previous at-bat. A little bit of a trip out there. Give Auckland a glimmer of a hope on that pick-off. She just wanted to give whoever's washing the uniforms tonight something to do.
Katoa te wano ki te kaioma ki a tūpato.
Well, you'll notice that that lead-off was nowhere near as long as the one just before it. Yeah.
Do we listen?
Te whakaro hawhi ne.
This time it's hit straight up the middle by Mason, and she has moved that runner around nicely. Canterbury now looking dangerous again.
Ai, ngā wari te pika nā te takarahi wainga ki hoki ki te kai epa. Kona kaioma kei te Preits tahi me te pūrei rua. Mō Waitahara, a kautama ke te kāinga. Nā mihi tonu atu ki a koutou e areare maina. E tautoko mai ana I tēnei. Te kēmu whaiti I wainga I a tāmai ki makaurau a me Waitaha. Anō rā mihi.
Number 8, Madison Parsons, into bat now, who's come in to do the pitching as well.
Te tōna pai.
Canterbury just going about their business like they've done in the first couple of innings. Just team hits, 2 hits in a row there now.
Yep, it's business as usual for the Canterbury batters. Very powerful lineup. Probably similar in power, player for player, to the Hutt Valley lineup actually, who have also set the tone in terms of batting in this tournament.
A ke ngā kaioma ki te pūrei rua, te pūrei toru, mō Waitaha.
This time it's hit hard, it's a deep fly ball. It's going out to left field, it's gone over the fielder's head. That's going to score both runners out there.
Ai, pai te pao.
And there's a great job done by Madison Parsons. Underlines what Chris said, it's just business as usual for the Canterbury batters out there.
Ai, tai atu e ngā wari ki te pūrei rua. Ko hoki nā kaioma e rua. Ko heki te kaute mō Waitaha. Ki te iwa nā mākai nei nei. Te kaumatoru. Ki te rima, 13 runs.
13-5.
Auehi.
It is another Jaya Barnes who comes in to bat. I think she came in the previous innings. Being used again. But that scoreboard just moves away from Auckland, and Canterbury just showing the benefit or the comfort of enjoying a commanding lead.
Yep, nice big hit there. Bit of power by Madison on one leg, and big hit like that, you sort of don't feel your ankle, so she's going able to get round to second base there.
Yep. Well, it could be said that she turned that triple into a double, but but when you're enjoying that much of a lead, that extra base was not needed. The walk is picked by Barnes in this one, and it is number 7, Amy Goodmanson, who comes in.
Just seen the Counties girls walk past before. They look nice and relaxed, and they'll be going through their routine, getting ready for the finals along with Hutt Valley.
Yeah, it would have been interesting to sit in on the team meetings last night just to see how they the process of preparing their teams for a grand final. It's always an interesting discussion.
Yeah, it would have been a big thing. Get the ice packs on, relax, rub out whatever needs rubbed out, especially for the pitches, and good night's sleep.
That would have been it. Get some calories in.
And the sleep in, which is always a big thing, isn't it?
Yeah. Absolutely.
Pai te pao te
Harder
poro.
straight through first base. It's hit hard this time. She just beats out the throw. But Canterbury now in familiar territory with loaded bases.
Pure kape ano.
And Jade Croskery up to bat.
Ka pai tēnā kei rongi pakaiwi te mana ki te whakaoki ai nā kaiuma ki te papakainga. Pai te waiho.
Auckland really need an out here. None down.
We're one swing of the bat away from ending the ball game. We went briefly out of the run ahead rule territory. We're now firmly back in.
Pao poro ngā ware hoki ki te kāinga ana.
And it's the fourth play at home that is taken for the first out.
Oi, ki te tamāmai o te waiwai. Ano hoki, that looks like that hurt her getting around those bases, but tōna kaha, tōna maia. Pain is temporary, shame is forever. Nā reira, kia kaha na mihi ki
Tried to run that one out, but not to be. Nice opening pitch.
Real nice defensive play by Ava there to have a bit of pride in the plate.
Yep. Here we go, a pop fly out to a right fielder who comes in to get under it. She's taken it. The tag up was made, and therefore the runner will score from 3. And it's Canterbury now with 2 down. But another run on the board. 14-5.
Pai te raki a whai kaute. Tētahi rautaki pai mō tēnei. Kei mua te poiuka. Sometimes it's a wonderful strategy, that sacrificial hit. Especially with the loaded bases, get things moving.
Yeah.
It's all good.
Yeah. Oh, it had its desired effect, didn't it?
Aye.
This time it's a nice play at shortstop as she makes a throw for the 3rd out.
Nā, ko tai ki te amutunga o te huri pā o tua pā.
And that was Shire Delator as the teams head back. We'll head to the 5th innings and find bottom of the 4th innings and find out what happens in just a minute.
We're going to have Māori getting ownership rights recognised in the takutai moana.
So they created legislation, foreshore and CBD.
How can you allow this to happen in the 21st century?
What it is the same old faces, the Ken Mears, the Harawira families, the haters and wreckers.
It's about time we started looking to a new future.
What he can do in 50,000 turn up.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We're into the top of the 4th innings here now on Diamond 1 action here at Surrey Park in Invercargill, the 2025 Under-19 Girls National Softball Tournament. It is the playoff game for 3rd place here between Canterbury and Auckland, and it's Canterbury that are making no race of this at the moment. They lead the ball game 14-5 over Auckland, and we're in the 4th innings. It's up to Auckland to try and impact the scoreboard again. They're at the top of their order with Ava Prescott up batting, and Chris, it's just about probably a little bit of pride at the moment for Auckland.
Yeah, absolutely. They've just got to swing the bat, swing the right pitches, and enjoy the rest of this, really. And,
however long it lasts, because let's not vary if they get blanked in this innings, then Canterbury are 1 run away from ending the ball game.
Ka hoki a Jesse. Ki te pōka Kai rākau.
That's a good start though. Ava has done what she did in the previous innings and got Auckland started. Let's not forget they scored 4 runs of their own in that inning, but they're going to have to do that several times over to get anywhere near that lead that Canterbury enjoy.
Oh, te tere anō hoki. Koe te mama o te waiwai ka.
You do notice that a little bit extra zip.
E patonu, ai.
That Madison has over the pitches that's been on display so far today.
Ooh. Kei wahora me te tere. Aye, fast ball indeed.
That pass ball goes, allows Prescott to make her way to second base.
And up.
Jessie Jackson it is in the batter's box for Auckland. And they've started this innings much in the way they started the previous innings.
Pai ta whiu. Ina kataia te rapu, te riro o tētai kai e papēna ia, mō tōku nei tīma, ma kei ta hari koa mātou ne. If we could get a picture like that in our team, oh, we'd be very happy indeed.
Nice pitch, inside corner.
Narara.
Comes back nicely with that one with a strike. That's a full count out there.
Madison's still getting it down well, just upper body, not being able to push off the legs too much.
Yes,
So.
there's not much drive in that. And she affects the walk.
Nā, kai hiko e Jessie ki te pūrei tai.
With her a little bit of extra speed, she maybe just needs to get a little bit closer to the zone. She can get away with it at times. Maybe not with this batter, however, Elise Harold Farsi, who pummeled the ball at her last at bat.
Pai te waiho.
Put one out towards the left field fence.
Hau marena kai o maka I te pūrei tahi, pūrei rua. So, runners on 1 and 2. And a beautiful hitter at home. Pai te waiho. Tēnā kia kaha tonu mai a tāmei ki makaurau. He whakataitai tonu nei. Kare anō kia mitu.
Madison just struggling to find the zone at the moment. Comes in now and immediately swing.
Aye.
Hard swing at the ball.
Ko te awa tona tīnana, awa hohai o me te kēmu. Tēnā mō tērā patsu. Just a little bit disappointed with her strike then.
This one is a wild pitch. Past the catcher, it's going to let both runners advance to 2 and 3. There you go, Auckland just continue to hang in there.
Yeah, one swing of the bats.
Yeah.
Another couple of runs here.
Mai anō ki te wā ho, te poro. And
I mean, Auckland have got a clearly injured pitcher out there. We know Mason's qualities as a pitcher. As a coach, do you not think there's a case for making another change?
Yeah, well,
I mean, we're not privy to obviously what the reasoning is for that. But
she's definitely a classy pitcher, so. Nice play.
Aye. Pai te mau te poro e te tūtika.
They've got a rundown going here. She's going to...
safe.
Haumarura, huki pai aia. Ki te pūrei rua. Wonderful play from Jessie Jackson there. That'll be picking up her spirits a bit, I'm sure.
So we get an out at third base. No.
No, she's runners 2 and 3. What runs scored?
Yeah.
And,
so a score. Yeah.
That's the rundown.
And Jessie's safe at 2.
Oh, tere te mau te poro I te.
And Elise safe at 1. And Tiana Graham up to bat.
Pūrei toru.
Catching up.
Pera I te whitinga mai o te rā. Ko tai mai nei. Nice to have a bit of sunshine on a pitch.
And there we go. This time it's Auckland again.
Aye.
Runners in scoring positions. 2 and 3.
A repeat play there. And a lovely steal to 2 and 3 from
You
Tamaki.
start thinking that if they'd have if they'd have been able to get Canterbury out of an innings without scoring a run, they'd have been starting to get close. But unfortunately, Canterbury just come into the bat and bang, it's just business as usual for them.
Yeah, it's a bit unfortunate. I think Auckland's top 2 pitchers are injured, so
yeah.
No disrespect to the pitchers that have been out there, but it might have been a different ball game.
Yeah, absolutely. If you'd have said to the Auckland coach in the 4th innings you're going to have 6 runs on the board, he might have said, yes, please.
O kai koe pai ki te pūrei tai. Ato tata kai oma.
Loaded bases now for Auckland as Tiana Graham walks down to first. And it is a Clover Alapaki who is into bat. And this time it is Parsons who manages to find the zone. Something she hasn't been able to do in the last couple of the batters.
Whai ki te kite e te Mauri taua tāmaki.
2 early strikes this time. None out, let's not forget, loaded bases.
Oh, no.
So Auckland's opportunity to put a few runs on here, and there's a nice hit down the 3rd base line, and it just goes foul.
Ai tata tonu tēnā.
Yeah, we've seen that last innings from Clover, 2 strikes on her and just shortening up and put the ball in the same place.
Yep, it's in the same position. Drives it hard.
Yep.
This time she's flied one out to left field. The left fielder out there is getting under it nicely.
Aye.
A little bit of an issue with the sun out there. The out is taken, but another run scores for Auckland.
Ai pai te mō te pōro i te kaitakarahi. Matau, Maui. Me tōna whio te pōro tō tika ki te pai toru. Pai ki te kite te taumata o ārātou pukena. Te kai o ārātou mahi. E whakaputa mai mō māta ki te mātakitaki no reira koutou mā utonu mai nei. Some exciting stuff going on out here.
Well, you know, Auckland is scrambling quite well. I mean, they got themselves in that situation really in that 2nd inning. Great batting from Canterbury, let's not take that away from them as well, but they did make 3 or 4 errors in the field in that inning that didn't help their cause.
Kare a kore ko te taimaho o te hinga ina nahi I rongi nā pakaiwi nei hei maudi ke mā rātou. I mean, coming in teams of this calibre for a 3rd and a 4th playoff when, like teams do, looking for the finals. There's got to be a weight on their shoulders. I just noticed they're a little bit quiet out there. Hopefully they're still enjoying their time.
Yeah,
and they're going to get the most
out
of
of it. The closer they get to this Canterbury lead, the more and more they'll start enjoying it again. It's only 7-run deficit now, and that's not undoable.
Yeah, you never know. Hopefully there's enough ink in your pen there.
Yeah, no, I'm running out. Adding up the scores, you have to be an accountant. There's been 21 runs scored in the ball game so far, overall. The home plate's taking a pounding.
As I say, if Auckland coach wanted to score 7 runs at the start of the game, he would have taken that. In the first 3
absolutely.
Games.
Yeah. There we go. Parsons strikes out Netzler. 2 down now in the inning. 2 runs have scored. Corey bats up to bat number 7. The comeback's been good, but it's just the ability to prevent Canterbury from scoring runs, really.
Yeah, absolutely.
Or the inability to stop Canterbury from scoring runs.
Looks like Tāmaki are giving Canterbury a little bit while they've been receiving, putting them out in field for extended periods of time here.
Yeah, you got the pinch runner coming in for the catcher, which will be your last out, which was Ava Netzler.
Diamond 2 update. It's 5-5 over there.
Oh. Can't keep two good teams down. They've fought all the way through the tournament, those two teams. Not each other, but against all their opposition to get where they were. They did very well.
Okay, Patonu.
Number 7 it is, Corey Batts for Auckland out there. Oh, she's hit it very hard. This time it's going into the outfield fence. It's going to score 1. It's going to score 2. And the comeback, we'll call it well and truly back on now for Auckland.
Ko tai ati haumari ki te pūrei rua. Kua whai te puta pai. Te poro I wainga I te takarahi. Wainga me te takarahi maui. A nice finding gap there for our batter.
And let's not forget that after the second innings, it was an 11-run ball game. It's now a 5-run ball game.
That was a nice line drive by Corey. Have 2 strikes on her.
Beautiful.
Score a couple of runners and get to second herself. So 2 down. Ella will be looking to swap places here.
Yeah, Ella Murphy-Boy up to bat now. And it's Auckland that are putting in a little bit of hurt of their own.
Aye.
And all of a sudden, though, it's Canterbury out there looking a bit flat.
Yeah.
Karea kore kēmu. E prei tonu ana. Pai te pāo no hoki.
There we go. She's just Texas leagued one up to the centre field.
Teri oma ki te kāinga, hoki pai Jesse tēnā. Nā mihi.
Chris does pretty well with his crystal ball. They didn't exactly swap places, but she's brought the runner in. 14-10 is the score now.
Oof. Ai, ko whaikaha tāna ki Makaurei. They seem to have found strength. Found a bit of kaha.
Number 31, Anahia Martin up to bat now. As we see the Murphy Poi come off. Of course, she's pitching now for Auckland. And everybody's pens will be running out of ink if we're now up to 24 runs in the ball game. We're only in the 4th innings. It's been a run fest.
Yeah, now the sun's starting to come out now. It looks like the crowd's starting to pick up a wee bit too. Both finalists are here in their meetings.
Pai te pāo, te kai.
Nice.
Go!
Mason Karuni-Iwako does a fine bit of fielding out there. She fires it across the first base to end the pain for Canterbury in this one. 5 runs scored in that innings for Auckland. It is now 14-10 to Canterbury, and we've got a ball game well and truly back on. We'll be back in just a minute.
Get the Māori Plus app. Download now on Google Play or the App Store with exclusive viewings and 100% ad-free.
Quite like top tier.
Watch us anywhere, anytime. Make Māori Plus your mate and stream now.
Dan Carter knew the power of winning.
Your instincts tell you the sky's different. The flip side of that was the intense pressure.
I'd go back to my hotel room and I'd be broken.
Dan Carter, a perfect 10. Ki whakaata Māori me Māori Plus.
Well, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We're at one stage there in this ball game in the second inning. It looked like Auckland were going to be down and out. But it's a funny old game, softball, isn't it? Because we're into the bottom of the 4th innings. There's been 25 runs scored in the ball game. It's Canterbury still have a good lead, It's not the commanding lead it was an inning or two ago. It's 15-10 to Canterbury. We miscounted one across the plate there at one stage, but the update is official. It is 15-10. So Canterbury up to bat, and we talked about it just a little while before, Chris, that if Auckland can actually manage to stem the flow of runs by Canterbury, they are well and truly back in this ballgame.
Yeah, absolutely. Defence just got to show up here now, don't they, and make their plays, take their outs. You see us walk to lead off, which is good for Canterbury, but tough for the Auckland players here.
So it is Canterbury out there doing the batting now, and that was Caitlin Hardy came in to do a pinch hit there.
Looks like the coach is going to bring in his big guns back, Kaya back into the game now.
Kaya's back in. So Caitlin Hardy took the walk she was in the bat for Caitlin Henderson. That brings back Kaya Ratu, who had sat out here last at bat, but Canterbury coach has seen a bad omen, and that's the looming scoreline that Auckland are putting on them. A tune of 10 runs of their own. So you could be forgiven for thinking that in both teams' cases, defence has gone right out the door. Wow, 25 runs in 4 innings. I'm finding that astounding.
But it'll get the kaho na kai pao in. Obviously some good batting coaching going on.
Yeah, no, they're swinging the bat fine, and in the main, you're right, it is good hitting. They're seeing plenty of grass out there.
You do get to the end of the tournament. Pitchers are throwing a lot of pitches and not quite like they were at the start.
Absolutely. And Kaya underlines her qualities as she drives one through second base. It goes all the way to centre field. We see a throw come in. It's gone to the fence. It hasn't been able to be handled. And there we go. Canterbury once again just come back and just get into run-scoring mode. Kaya Ratu drives one out to the outfield, and it is Caitlin Hardy who goes coast to coast on that one.
Once again, probably a routine ground ball. Was hit hard.
Yeah,
fair,
straight through the fielder.
Yeah.
Got a little bit on it, but just couldn't stop it.
Koko tēnā, e nawhi mō nā ki te tai atu ki te pūrei rua.
It'd be interesting to scan the official scorer and just find out how many runs scored on errors, because I'm pretty sure you'd have closer to a tied ball game.
Yeah.
If that was the case.
Hit pitch.
This time it's Mason who gets hit pitch. Gets to first base. Kaya Ratu out there at second. None out, a run's already scored. So the deficit's back out to 6 already. It looks daunting again for Auckland. They just don't seem to be able to stem the run flow from Canterbury. It's a little bit the other way around as well. Canterbury don't seem to be able to put Auckland to bed.
Tēnā kei te tika tērā ki te ngā.
To me, it's weird. It's a weird game. I mean, you know, we've had so many runs scored, but Auckland just didn't decide to turn up and play softball until about the third inning.
Ai, ko tai.
I'm not being disrespectful because Canterbury had 11 runs on the board by then.
Ai, ko ki te au rātou wangu with tau noa. They did turn up just a little bit, still a little bit quiet. Engari pai ki te kite a rātou e whai kaharau atu, e whai tonu, to see them still going, still getting into it.
Loaded bases here.
Loaded bases. We've got Joe Barnes back up to bat.
Aye, and Punui tōna, big swing there.
It's a game of loaded bases, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Yeah. There's been more traffic out there than the middle of Queen Street.
Tay Street down here.
Tay Street down here. Well, I've seen the traffic on Tay Street. There's not as many cars at Invercargill as there is.
State Highway number 1. Tēnā I raro rana.
We'll call it Courtney Place then.
I pai, e toru. coming in low those last 3
Toya
pitches.
Barnes, it is up to bat for Canterbury, and she's just hit one slowly in the out, has taken a third. The run scores, and with one down, it is Canterbury who get another run to go to 17-10 over Auckland. Runners.
Ko Pohehe, ka puta te kauma kei te pūrei toru.
I thought she stood on the base.
Aye, so did I. So it's a little bit of confusion.
She's called out there.
Yeah.
Aye.
I mean, from my vantage point here, ladies and gentlemen, all I can see is the roof and everybody's feet at third base, and I did see a step on the base.
Kia ora, taurite, same here.
Now we're one swing away again.
Yeah. So that was Mason who was the first out.
Pai te raipa.
Number 7, Amy Goodmanson, comes into bat now for Canterbury. Runners at 1 and 2. 2 runs have already scored in the innings.
Oh, ka few ki runga rawa tse. Still a wee bit high there.
It's interesting. Canterbury keep pushing the deficit out, and Auckland keep, drawing it back in.
Whai rātou ia.
And this one is hit too hard. It goes through to shortstop to centre field. The full ball comes in. Another run scores for Canterbury. This time it's Madison Parsons who keeps. I'm sure she wants to sit down for an extended period of time. But the poor thing just keeps being asked to run around the bases, and has been a real warrior out there for her team.
Absolutely.
Number 3, Jade Crosscurie out to bat for Canterbury now as they continue their onslaught. Auckland have opened up the onslaught of their own. So, I keep adding the totals together, but we're up to 28 runs in 4 innings, so that's mightily impressive.
Tika tau e pāna ki te nginga haere ana kai e pane. It's probably true what you said, I'd say, Chris, about the fatigue affecting the pitches at this day 4.
Day 4, yeah. It's an update from Diamond 2, bottom of 5, and it's 5-all, and there's plenty of noise coming from that diamond.
There is, absolutely there is. The amount of people in the ground at the moment continues to swell as well. The sun has come out, and Surrey Park is a real picture at the moment. Good to see so much going on here.
Aira.
This time it's a walk that loads the bases back up. We were a little unused to what was going on out there, and
Pūrei kape anō.
we're back to business as usual
Aye.
with loaded bases. Yep.
One hit away again.
Me mihi ki te whara ko tai mai. Rāwa ko tōna motoka. Tino mai a tērā motopaika. It's a brave whara out there, parked his bike. Hey, hopefully safely there on the right side.
Several of the batters on both teams would be capable
Aye.
of reaching at what looks to be some sort of a Harley Davidson out there.
Hope he's got insurance. The way these fellas are hitting.
Well, we're in the bottom of the order for Canterbury. Amira O'Hara, it is in there to bat now. They've got loaded bases. It is Alamafu Apoi that is pitching out there for Auckland. Pitching in this ball game seems to be a thankless job to whoever is given the ball to do it. We've had 4 of them so far, 2 on each team. As we see that ball go through for a strike.
Aye.
3 balls, 1 strike on the batter. And yeah, one thing you can guarantee is that the score's going to change. Nice pick up by the catcher there, but that is a walk, and that was another run to score. We're now only 1 run away from being over in this ball game.
Yeah, Auckland will be wanting a double play here to get out of this.
Canterbury are, with how much traffic went around the bases, well, Canterbury won that one by 20 runs to 10 over Auckland. Naitana, how did you see that?
Ai tika Chris, pai te mātakitaki atu, pai ki te taumata nei o a rātou pūkena. Me te maitahi, kia hau nei a ka piri tonu ki te whakakotahitanga o tautahi, a waitaha me ki. They just seem to be a little bit more cohesive out there, a little bit communicating a little bit more intimately. Engari, me wai, tango hia tako pōtai mō tāma ki makaurau. Kia koutou nā kaitoa, o nā tima e rua, me mihi ka tika, pai ki te tēnei, ngā rangatahi e purei tonu nei, ngā taiohi nei e purei tonu nei. It's just beautiful to see these young ones getting out and getting into it and carrying on this beautiful game, te puiuka, te softball.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, there you go. That's the tournament for both of those teams. It is Canterbury. They run out third place in this tournament against Auckland in what has been an entertaining for the spectators ball game. 30 runs scored in 4 innings. If you came here and asked for batting, that's exactly what you got. But for me, Gary Rohihi, Beyond the Dugout Broadcasting, I'd like to thank Chris Telfer for being our colour commentator today. It's been an absolute pleasure having him along. Neitana, I'm going to leave it to you to take us out, and thank you very much, everybody.
Tēnā no hoki kōrua. Nō re, me mihi ka tika ki ai, te pouaka whakaata Māori, kua a puta atu tēnei a ipurangi ki a koutou katoa ina kai ngā puta no i te motu e mātakitaki ana mai ana. Nō reira, me kaue a haere tāwhitia, kua nei, ka tai te whainga iti, te big game kia tātou. Nō reira, piri tonu mai, whakatata tonu mai nei, hoki mai nei, aku nei mo tērā kemu, me mihi ka tika ki a koutou katoa, mō koutou are mai i tēnei o nā wāhari koa, mai waihopai nei, ka tuku te mihi ki a koutou. Nō reira, tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou katoa.